Hey kids, what's happening? Another rainy day falls upon us, and it's cold this morning, in the 40s for summertime. That's pretty cool. Let's head in the man cave where it's dry. I do this all the time. I forgot my keys. I left my keys in the house, so I can't get in the man cave. I'm getting old. I can't remember anything. Hey, just a reminder, coming up here June 4th is going to be the ride with me up to Sandusky for the Ohio Bike Week. I left the details on my channel here on the community page. So if you're interested in riding, check it out and catch up with me and the other guys, and we're going to take a little ride. But anyway, today I was going to talk about the problem with old guys like me. Old bikers. Now, if you watch my channel, you know that I identify basically as a biker. Although I don't always live the full-time life of a biker, I've had a whole lifetime of experiences riding the motorcycle. And some experiences, they definitely are. But as we grow older, things change. Now, in reading some of the comments, sometimes I think I don't know who I'm talking to. It could be a 15-year-old kid leaving comments on there. I would say 99% of my comments are good, positive comments, helpful. A lot of you guys are very helpful to me. I do take criticism. I'm not perfect. I'm just another guy like anybody else. I'm no saint. So yeah, I sometimes spew out the wrong information, or I might get something, I might not describe something exactly the way I should have, or I'm just not very eloquent sometimes at speaking. Although I've done a lot of public speaking, you think I would. But some of the comments are very negative. I've been told, shut up, old man. You don't know what you're talking about. Go back to riding your bicycle. You're finding all this information off the internet and you don't know. Yeah. So, who are these people? It doesn't bother me because, hey, if you're commenting on my video, you're watching my video, and that's 2 points for me. So, yeah, I'm happy for that. Go ahead and leave your derogatory comment if that's what you need to do. And I'm not talking to everybody here, but, there's just the 1% few. Yeah, 1%. Huh. How odd is that? And usually the comments refer to that. It seems that 1% touches a nerve with a lot of people. And like I've said before, I've never been a member of a 1% motorcycle club. But that doesn't negate me from having experiences with them and knowing quite a bit about it. So, anyway, being an old biker, it's not the greatest thing in the world, and I'll tell you why. Old guys age. There's no fountain of youth. There's no stopping age. It comes on to everyone. And with age, the body starts to fail. Eyesight starts to go. My eyes are way worse than they were when I was younger. The hearing starts to go. I'm practically deaf in one ear. The knee joints hurt. The shoulders hurt. I've had surgery on my shoulder. I've had other major surgeries. So, yeah, the body starts to fall apart. I'm very thankful that I'm still capable to ride, and I can still ride very well. But unfortunately, I know other bikers that can't ride anymore because of their age. Uh, their infirmities just become too much, and like where you can't even hold the bike up anymore. And for a biker, it's kind of a depressing day because you're losing that freedom that you have learned to love when you can't ride anymore. I don't look forward to that day at all, but I don't think it's coming anytime soon for me. Some of the older guys, they'll push it one step further and get a trike, or because maybe they can't hold the bike up anymore, but they can get on a trike and still ride with everybody else, and that's fine too. But I guess the main thing I want to talk about is that old bikers are not washed up. They have lived a whole life of experiences of riding motorcycles on the road and all the things that are incorporated in that. The culture of the motorcycle riders. And they should be respected for that, whether they can still ride or not. They've earned it. They've earned that patch. I started out in my younger days wearing the sleeveless denim jacket. Eventually graduated to the leather vest and the chaps, the leather chaps. The kind of things that bikers wear. I never had the fingerless gloves. I wasn't into that kind of scene, so not there. But I do usually wear a pair of thin leather gloves when I ride. It just kind of helps with the vibration, and if you do go down, your hands are usually the first thing to touch the ground, and it just keeps you from getting your hands skinned up or whatnot. My riding experiences began, in the dirt, riding a dirt bike, and really gaining a lot of control about riding a bike in that sense, because when you're riding off-road, there's all kinds of things that can happen. It's rough terrain, it's slippery, you slide. You learn a lot about riding a motorcycle. When I finally graduated to a street bike, there was a lot of partying involved, and that led me to hang out with some scrupulous other bikers. I hung out with some clubs. I rode with them. I rode with club members, and some of them held high positions in the club, and I rode with them. I'm talking about 1% clubs too, yeah. So there I go, throwing that 1% word out there again. Did I ever consider myself 1%? No, not particularly. I never thought that I really defined that term 1%. I don't know what percent I was. But I got myself in deep, and I got myself in very deep, where, some of these things I don't even talk about. But now that I'm older, I'm wiser too, Age has brought me wisdom. I may have lost some of my physical attributes, but I have gained wisdom. I know that some of the places I was on the motorcycle with the culture were leading me down the wrong road. And fortunately, God gave me the strength and the wisdom to turn around and go the other way before I got myself in way over my head. Because only a number of things are going to happen if you continue that path. The easy route would be you end up in the clink. You end up in the big house, in prison. The other way, you die. And a lot of guys that ride hard, that's how they end it. They end up dying. So I had enough wisdom to know to turn around and go the other way. So now in my older age, you guys who know me, you know that I pretty much ride solo now. I don't usually ride with groups anymore. But I will. I will. There are circumstances, such as the one coming up here to Ohio Bike Week, where I'm looking forward to taking that ride and meeting a lot of you guys. So it sounds like a fun day. But I've pulled away from all of those connections that I used to have because it just wasn't a good deal anymore. And does that not make me any more of a biker? The whole description thing is just kind of mute in the end, really. Because, you know, when I think about it, does God really care that I'm a biker? I'm just one of God's children. That's the bottom line. That's all I really am. That's all it boils down to. But I assume things will continue to repeat themselves through the ages, where the young bucks come in and they ride and they just think they are the top of the line, you know, and the old bikers are, you don't know nothing. You're just some old washed up has-been. And that's the way the life cycle goes, pretty much with anything, you know. I experienced that a lot on the job. I mean, 44 years on my job, I knew my job well, and I knew how to do my job. But these young people would come in and think they're like know-it-alls, you know? Like they're going to tell you how to do it because you're just some washed-up has-been. I'm sure a lot of you guys can relate to that. It stinks getting old, but it's just something every one of us is going to have to deal with at one point or another. I don't really consider myself old. I do have a lot of issues going on, but nothing I can't deal with right now. Well, rainy day, that's fine. V and I both have physical therapy appointments today, so I need to get in the house and get ready for that, and we're going to head up to the hospital for that rigmarole. Yeah, getting old. Physical therapy. It's not a fun day, but you gotta do what you gotta do. Well, thanks for watching, cats. Give me a thumbs up on this video, and if you haven't yet, please subscribe. We'd love to have you along for the ride. And until next time, cats, ride hard and die free.